Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and to another nail video. In today's video I'm going to be making myself a set of press-on nails. I am off on holiday to Spain soon and I wanted to make myself a super cool summer nail set to wear. This is my inspiration for this set. I wanted to do something really bright and summery, so if you want to watch me turn this into these ombre press-on nails then keep watching. So I'm starting this set off by going in with base coat. I've really been liking using base coat on my press-on nails recently, and because for this set I'm going to be wearing them in the pool and at the beach, I really wanted to make sure that they last, so I definitely wanted to use base coat specifically on this set. The base coat that I'm using and all of the gels that I'm using today are from Nail Reserve. They sent me some stuff to try that I used in my last video and I actually ended up really liking it, so I wanted to use them again and make this set. So for the base colour of these nails I'm going in with Pink Reserve or Pink Addict or whatever it's called, and I'm just going to do 2 coats of that as my base colour. You'll have seen from the inspo picture that I put in that I'm doing ombre on these nails. I'm actually trying the ombre a way I've never done before in this video. I saw Unpolished by Aggie do ombre with a sponge, and then I had a little look on TikTok at people doing ombre with the sponge method. I thought it looked super cool and I really wanted to try it. It looked so much easier than doing it with a brush and trying to blend it and having to clean your brush over and over again, so I really wanted to try that out. So to do the ombre I've put some of my gel on a palette and then I'm taking one of these little sponges, and it's a pretty dense sponge. I think that's key to getting it to work properly, and I'm using the sponge to pick up some gel and then tapping off any excess, and then I'm going to pat the gel pigment onto the nail. I'm starting where I want the colour to be the darkest or the brightest, and that's where I'm using the most pressure to pat the gel into the nail, and then as I move towards where I want it to blend I'm using less pressure to put less gel on that area. And then I'm going to repeat this for all of the nails, and then once I've done that, you'll see me in a minute, I'm going to take a clean sponge and then I'm going to go over just the area where I want the colours to blend and really blend that out with the clean sponge. I think this made such a big difference and it really helped to blend the gel colours together. So yeah, here you can see me taking a clean sponge and I'm just going right on the very edge and blending those 2 colours together. And I'm very happy with how this ended up turning out. I think they blended together really well. And then I did end up going back in. I think I used 3 coats of the orange to get the kind of colour that I wanted. For the second coat I was going in with my colour and then going in with my clean sponge and blending every time, and I just didn't find that that worked as well for me. In theory it should work the same, but I just found it a lot easier to do all of the orange pigment and then go back in the end with a clean sponge and blend them all together. I'm definitely converted to doing my gel ombre this way. It was so much easier than any other way that I've tried before, and I really like the results of doing this compared to doing ombre with pigment. I had actually started trying to make these nails the day before using gel and a gel brush, and it just was not going my way. I was getting really stressed out. So when I came back to them the next day and tried it this way, I was so pleased that it was actually working how I wanted it to, and I think these results just speak for themselves and I'm so happy with how it turned out. So once I'd done the ombre, it was time to move on to the hibiscus flowers, and I just want to pause the video here to say I tried these so many times. I've done hibiscus flower nail art before and it went fine. I don't know what it was about this particular day when I was trying to make this set, but I really struggled with these hibiscus flowers. I ended up trying them like maybe 10 times and they were not going right, so I decided just to stop and then come back the next day and try again, and thankfully it went so much better. I did one hand off camera and I will show you that in a second, and then I'm going to go back in and pick up where I left off, and thankfully that was the last of the mishaps for this set. So here is the one hand that I did off camera, and then I'm going to show you how I did that. I feel like hibiscus flower nails are kind of a big dot to dot. There's a lot of drawing dots and then joining them all up, which actually makes it a pretty easy one or a pretty straightforward one to do. So the easiest way that I've found to do a hibiscus flower nail is to do 2 little dots and then go round and do that 5 times and then go back in and do the bigger dot. Hopefully you can see what I mean because I'm not sure that I'm explaining that well. And then each of those 5 little groups of dots ends up turning into a petal. So I'm dragging the gel that I made with my dotting tool in towards the centre of the flower, and I'm just going to do the same thing on each of those 5 petals until it looks a little bit more like a flower. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to take my dotting tool and make a dot in the centre of the flower. And I'm going to use my liner brush to drag that out. I guess this is to make the stem of the flower. I'm not totally sure what you would call it. You can see me here trying to figure out which way to do it because I wanted to make sure that they match on each of the thumbs, that they're both facing in towards each other. And then I'm going to go back in with my dotting tool and add a couple of dots around that. And then once I'm happy with that and I think I'm done with that, I am actually going to grab, I think you can see me here, grab the other nail and make sure that they match before I cured it. And I'm doing this hibiscus flower design on the thumbs, middle and ring finger on each of the hands. So I'm just going back in to do that again, and I will try and show you one more time how I did it. This design was really difficult to film and not get in the way when I was trying to do the nail art. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing, but if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to get back to you. I will also leave in the cards up the top my YouTube short when I did hibiscus flower nail art, because I think you can see what I'm doing a lot better in that video. So here is how the nail art turned out. I am super happy with it. I think I really impressed myself with this set, especially because I was having so many issues trying to do it. Ombre wouldn't go right, and then the hibiscus flowers wouldn't go right, and I felt like giving up quite a few times. I really wanted to make this specific set for going on holiday, so I persevered and I'm so glad I did. I think they were definitely worth it. To finish the set off, I am going in with a no wipe top coat. And while I'm doing that, if you have 2 seconds to like the video, I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And I would also love to hear what you think of this set in the comments. If you stuck around to the end of this video to see how the nails turned out, then I really appreciate you being here. And I would love it if you subscribed for more nail content like this. And if you have any suggestions for nail content that you would like to see in the future, please let me know, because I'm always interested to hear what you want to see. And with all that being said, I'm going to cure these nails in the lamp, and then here are the finished results. I couldn't be happier with these nails. I think they turned out way better than I thought they were going to. If you want to see what these nails look like on, then keep an eye out on my Instagram, because I'll try and take pictures of them when I wear them. If you have made it to the end of this video, then I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!